Life is sweeter when you are.
Never forget it.
This is a time machine. You're joking. Does it look like I'm joking?
We can go back.
And save our moms.
Hey guys, it's Andy here in the TVLine studios talking Descendants, Rise of Red with Kylie Cantrall and Malia Baker. Welcome.
Thank you for having
you guys
us.
for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Now, obviously, we have a lot to talk about Descendants, but I understand that one of you went to Disney World for the first time recently.
I did.
I'm a
Oh
Disney
my
Parks
gosh.
freak, so I want to hear all about it.
I was obsessed with it. Yeah, it was my family's dream to go there. I remember growing up and we were like, we'll just skip Christmas and then we'll go to Disney World and it'll be great. And it was this thing of like when my younger sister, she's 14 now, but when she turns 10 and she can actually be conscious and remember it, we'll go. But no, this job got me there, so it was such a dream to take the family. It was magical.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
And I imagine you've been.
I have been, yes. It's so magical. I was telling Malia all about it. I was like, you have to go on the Avatar
I know,
ride.
she
It's my
guided me
favorite.
through everything. I know, we did the Tiana ride there. You guys went for a treat.
So well, you got the new with that one.
one.
The new.
No,
I
it's so
haven't
much
been.
fun. You're gonna have to go on it for sure.
I literally just renewed my annual pass yesterday.
You have an annual pass?
I'm ready to go.
You're an
Flex.
OG.
That's a
That's
flex.
amazing.
Yes. You're joining the Descendants franchise now, but you've been longtime fans, fair to say?
Yeah, oh my gosh. Literally since I was 9 years old, I was like the prime audience for when it came out in 2015. I was in 4th grade, I think. And I just remember loving it and just the spectacle of it and the music, the costumes. It was so bigger than life. And I hope that, we can kind of bring that same essence with this one and hopefully impact little girls like it impacted me growing up.
It's very cool to think of all the little kiddos out there. We got to see them for the first time at VidCon a couple days ago. And
I know.
it was wild just seeing like the dolls' heads like flying around.
Yeah, for the first time, because I performed at VidCon and I was in my full red outfit, and it was such a crazy moment because I came off a stage and there was a little girl who came up to me and she had the red doll. I was wearing the same outfit
in the
as the doll, and I was like,
hands,
"What is happening? What
I
is
was
life
there
right
sobbing.
now?"
I was like, oh.
It was such
So
a crazy
cute.
moment.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned the dolls. I mean, we have to talk about the dolls. Like,
Yes, of
what?
course.
I can't even fathom. I mean, I've never had like a tiny plastic version of myself. So, like, what is it like to see that? Is it?
It's weird, for sure. It's so weird. There's no way to prepare for something like that. You're just kind of like, whoa, what is life? This
We
is
were
happening.
analyzing it like a few hours ago. We were like, does this look like you? Okay, what would you do?
I'm like, okay, yeah, she kind of has my lips. She has my eyes.
Because they did such
she
an
has her
amazing
smile.
job of making it so close
Well, yeah,
to how
I
we
remember they
actually
had
look.
us sending in kind of like a scan of our face. We did like
Yeah.
a whole side profile, everything, so that they can kind of match it with the dolls, which I feel
Yeah.
like they did kind of capture our likeness.
They did. They had Mattel come on set and help us design some of the costumes. It would always be in mind of okay, we'll put this amount of jewels on this because it'll be this amount for the doll, and it was always
And
in
the
their
length of our
heads.
hair was all very calculated, and the shade of red and the shade
Yeah.
of blue, what was more fun for
What was
kids
more
to play
popular.
with. So
Yeah,
it
so
was down to a science
They
for Mattel.
crafted it
They
perfectly.
killed it.
It's funny. I was talking to my boyfriend about dolls, and he was saying, back in the day, take you back a little bit, they didn't have a Brandy Cinderella doll when that original movie
They
came out. They didn't
didn't.
release it, so he had to buy a Moesha doll, like a Brandy
Oh my
Moesha
gosh,
doll.
there was a
And
Moesha
there was-
doll?
yeah, she had Brandy line of dolls, and then he got a Cinderella dress and from a doll,
Stop.
and made his own Brandy
He
Cinderella
was
doll.
oh my gosh.
He's amazing.
Honestly, so much respect for that. That's
So he's and then he started selling them on
No,
eBay.
I
Made a
know.
killing.
And then that was the
We're millionaires
OG
now.
one. That's so funny.
Yes, back in the
That's
day,
so
we had to get
cool.
crafty if we wanted to get our dolls.
Aw,
amazing.
I love that.
Mentioning Brandy, we got to talk about, you're
Right.
playing, these are iconic characters that you're playing now, but you also have very iconic people playing your parents.
Very true. So
crazy.
When Brandy and Paolo Montalban are singing, So This Is Love, 5 feet away from you, how do you even keep it together?
Oh, you can. There's no way you can keep it together. We were filming on that set for literally one day, and I walked on, and they're waltzing, singing So This Is Love, and you're just like, what is happening? What is my life right now? Everyone went quiet. I mean, it's like watching a fairy tale unfold right in front of you. I remember hearing it for the first time in studio and just tearing up. I was like, I can't sing right now. There's no way I can do this. So
Just a free Brandy concert every day on
seriously,
set.
it was wild. They were everything that you want them to be and more. They're just the sweetest souls ever. So I'm so happy to see them step back into their characters with the blue hair this time.
Yes, and
Yes.
he's a good sword fighter, which we saw you do some
Yes.
Oh yeah, we went back and forth on that. Who is better and whatnot. I think I am.
Little
but-
father-daughter banter.
Oh yes, all the time.
Did that require any like special training?
Oh yeah, we were in boot camp for about a month before we started filming. All of us, the entire cast, whether it was for dancing, the harness work. I remember Dara being up in the air for half of the boot camp because she was like, okay, my tentacles would look like this.
It's action-packed.
I know.
So there was a lot of intricate aspects of like the stunts and me doing parkour and the sword fighting. Even for our musical number together, Fight of Our Lives, like we had a good like 2 weeks where we were just running that number because it was so intricate.
Exactly. I mean, the pocket watch is so heavy too. This girl got buff on set. She was.
I had to. That pocket watch, it was
Seriously.
like a good 8 pounds.
It was a lot.
You're like flinging it around.
I mean, it's a time machine.
Yeah, it's a time
Right.
machine.
It's
You're
very
so
powerful.
right. You're just having it in your pocket. It's wild.
I feel like when you're getting hired by Disney, can you act? Can you sing? How are you with a sword?
Yes, you know.
It is in the job description. It is one of the essentials for sure.
And of course, I mean, Rita Ora as a mom, like epic. You have like very mother-daughter chemistry. Like it's very real.
Yeah.
How
It's
quickly
not
did
glamorized
that?
for sure. Unlike these two, have the
Well, it's
cutest
all- it's all
relationship ever.
How quickly did that sort of click?
Very quick. I do think it was instantaneous. I remember when I first met Rita, it was on Zoom. Yeah, I was so like nervous to meet her, but like the minute I hopped on Zoom, I was like, "Hi, Mom," and she's like, "Hi, daughter. Like, are you ready to go?" And then we just started reading our lines, and right away I could feel like we had that banter and just like our rhythm together felt really natural, and we kind of just like bounce off of each other, which made it super easy and fun. And she's just like such a cool person and just down for whatever, any crazy idea. Like she always was like open to collabing on things, and yeah, just she's really cool and fun.
Everybody who's in this, I'd seen them act before. I had never seen her act before. She killed it.
Oh yeah, I feel like it's one of those roles that was like no one could have played the Queen of Hearts like her. The minute she stepped on set with the full wardrobe and like was in character, I was like, damn, like no, like you bodied this. Like no one could have played it like you. So,
True.
so perfect.
Absolutely. While we're talking about parents, I have a little genealogy question. We know both of Chloe's parents. We know who Red's mother is. Do you have any theory about which villain could be
The dad.
her dad? I mean, I don't think any of us expected Mal's dad to be Hades.
No, true.
Right.
I think about this often actually, because I'm like, I'm
This is a
wondering
big
the same thing.
conspiracy. I don't know.
I know. Did we? I feel like we pressed the writers on this too. We were like, so what are y'all thinking? What's going on here?
Oh, I don't know. There's something a little piratey about Red in her wardrobe, and just like little aspects of her I feel like are a little piratey. So I
Yeah.
could see it being like maybe Hook. Imagine.
That would be crazy.
Imagine. Wait, but that wouldn't make sense. Or would it make sense?
Yeah, because
Oh yeah, because they're the same age.
Yeah.
They're the same age. Yeah, that would make
Bridget
sense. That'd be
and
cute.
I'm mixing them up. Bridget. Yeah, I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah, that could be interesting, but I don't know. We
could
gotta
always say,
dig a
like-
little deeper on that.
Yeah, we could always say like Jack Sparrow like made his
I
way
could
into
see Jack
Wonderland at some
Sparrow.
That's
point.
true.
I could
could be
see that.
interesting.
She's of pirate descent. I have a feeling.
Oh yes. Now I cannot wait for this album to drop because I've seen this movie multiple times, so all of the songs are like completely living in my brain. Which songs do you find yourself like humming when you're like absent-mindedly? You're just like it's stuck in your head and you're just going for it.
Ooh, I feel like the earworm is Life is Sweeter
Yeah,
for sure.
that one I feel like everyone on set, even the grips who are usually like 60-year-old guys, they're like, it's so crazy to think of just how catchy it is and how much we love it, and to be able to share that with an audience is just such a blessing.
When we
So-
were filming that number, because we filmed that number, it took like a good week to get that one because
yeah.
there's so many pieces to it, and of course it's like the whole cast is in that number, so it was
Yeah.
like a bigger one to film. But yeah, I remember that whole week we were just like going nuts, like it was stuck in
We
all
were
of our
so
heads.
sick of it by
Everyone
that
on set was
first week.
humming it. It was like
Yeah.
I'm just like I can't escape. Life
I
is
know.
Sweeter,
And now
but it
we're
is one of
so-
those songs. It's so
yeah,
catchy.
and now we're so nostalgic for it. We're just like, take us back
Take us back
to
the
like
good
a sweeter
days.
week. Yeah.
Soon we'll all be there. It's got a good message too. You know?
Life is sweeter when you are.
Never forget it.
And the song that you two together, I also have stuck in my head. When you first go back in time, you know.
Yes.
Oh yes, I got it. It's very. It was giving me like. It was throwing me back to like Selena Gomez in The Scene.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I was getting. It was very.
Totally power ballad. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
it has a little
definitely.
rock to it. A little
I know
bit of
when
that.
I first got the lyrics for it, it was like rock ballad of the movie, and I was like, okay.
Whoa, okay,
this
we
is-
taking it there.
I know we're doing a little something different.
Disney's getting edgy with this one.
Oh, but no, that one is so catchy too. I love that one.
And I feel like there's the most storytelling in that one because
Yeah.
we're literally like talking it out as we're singing.
Yeah.
And of course we start off with this major beef in the beginning, like use your brains, going whatever. Going back will just cause more pain. But then like as the song goes on, we realize, oh, we're on the same side and we have to
Yeah.
like work together. So it's definitely like takes you on a journey.
We've got your shots up here of you guys in character. I'm curious, red, obviously it's in her name. There's a lot of red going on there. Chloe's got a lot of blue. What were your relationships with these colors like before this movie started, and how do you feel about them now? Are you like incorporating them into your wardrobe more, or are you like,
such a great
I need
question.
to take a break from red and blue?
That's so funny.
I feel like I've been incorporating it more for sure.
Yes.
It's so crazy how much of a story you can tell just through color. And I mean, it's clear in this photo. Like, it really tells a story and you can get a certain energy from a certain color. And I think with red, it is so bold and fierce and all the things that red is. So, yeah, I like a little red. A little pop of red.
a little pop
For the Vogue, Teen Vogue party.
That is an iconic video.
Oh my gosh. We quote it like once a day.
Stop voting it.
It's so terrible.
that
You need
what
to
you-
do that.
Oh yeah, I did. A little punk of blue. No.
That's why I think like Paolo's hair. That's like one,
Oh
that
my
video
gosh.
makes me think of that.
Wait, we should have. I
You
should have
and
gotten
Paolo
him
need
to
to do
film
it.
that. He would have been so down.
So good.
He would.
He's a
killed
content
that.
king.
He is a content
He
king.
stay on the gram.
Yeah, but no, I feel like the blue honestly has become one of my favorite colors. It's so funny. It's become like a theme of, oh my gosh, blue. I'm Bluey. Like there's just
She's Bluey.
She does not call me Chloe. She calls me Bluey. That's the only name that is referred
Like,
to me
"Hi,
on
Bluey."
set. Yes, and I love it. I think we've really just allowed them to kind of encapsulate our wardrobe, especially during this press shoot. It's been
It's been taking over our life, red and blue. We see it everywhere.
everywhere.